I'm changing the beginning from what I told you guys it was going to be.
Oh no.
You're not in a wagon. You were formerly in a wagon. You didn't all arrive to this room together, as you were presumably picked up from various different places throughout the Empire. You currently find yourselves in sort of this large stone cell. No windows, no natural light. Some oil lamps and candles that are set up high above, up near the ceiling. And there's only a single wooden door, iron banded, that leads to the outside world. The room you're in formerly contained roughly 20 children, as I said before, between, varying ages, but the oldest one probably would have been about 16. You've been in this room for, at this point, roughly 3 days. Over the last 3 days, soldiers have been coming into the room, and they've been taking some of the kids out, sometimes one at a time. Sometimes they take several groups at once, or groups of several at once, excuse me. Until now, there's just 5 of you. As you're sitting in the cell, the slat opens up, guard peers in, door opens, and they take out the last little girl, quite young, maybe only about 4 or 5 years old, sort of curly blonde hair, freckles, and lead her away until it's just the 4 of you sitting in this room. So if the 4 of you would like to introduce yourselves at this point, this would be the time to do it.
Sitting in the corner is a tall, skinny, bronze dragonborn. He is wearing tattered clothing. His eyes are red. He has a long bronze tail that comes up over his shoulder. It's just kind of flicking as he sits there, staring at the door.
Dead center of the room, sitting there on the floor, is a 12 to 13-year-old high elf. Like shaggy blonde hair. He's just sitting there twirling a fork around, or something that we ate with.
My character is on the other side of where Jesse's is. I am just staring directly at him. What you see is a small kobold, young, maybe only like 3 years old, since their adulthood is 6 apparently. And he is a goldish color. If any light bounces off of him, it reflects directly back, as he's just looking at this other dragon type.
I am sitting in the furthest point back from the door where the guards are coming in and out, and currently I look like an androgynous halfling. Can't really tell guy or girl, but over the course of the time that I've been in here with you, you've seen me look like other things. Maybe an elf, maybe a human, maybe an orc, sometimes only for a moment, but most of the time just this halfling. And the oddest thing about me is I am taller than a halfling should be, and it's jarring to look at. But this seems to be the form that I'm constantly reverting to. And sitting in the back of the the room. I'm just playing around with a chess piece, killing time.
Well, mentioning the chess piece, actually, I did say you could all have a 50% chance of smuggling something in, so I guess we better roll for that now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just do it. If you just want to roll like a d4, I guess maybe we'll say one and two pass, 3 and 4 fail.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
This is very important that I roll well.
Yeah.
I did not. I rolled a 3. So, the thing that I was going to keep on me was my spell book, which in reality, all my spell book is a piece of parchment that I had quickly jotted down. Like, you could tell that I had come across the wizard's spell book and picked like 5 spells out of it quickly, a piece of parchment before whoever took us. But apparently they found it.
I love that.
I got screwed too. I got a 3.
Fuck.
I just had it like a spoon.
Okay, so
They just kind of took it from me.
Andrew and Ty, you guys have your thing. Jesse and Derek, unfortunately, do not.
Are we?
And can I get all of your guys' passive perceptions, please?
12.
14.
11.
10.
11. 10. Okay, so Andrew, your character notices as the guards come in to take this other little girl out. The hinges, the bottom hinge on this heavy iron door, it's looking very loose. And it seems as if maybe the guards haven't noticed that.
It's probably not the best thing that we're just sitting here waiting to get taken to God's nowhere. Do any of you remember what it looked like outside before we got here? Are we in a larger building? Are we in a complex? What can you remember?
Does any of us know?
So you guys would have been... How about everyone roll me a perception check?
Nice. 17.
I rolled a nat 20.
18.
19.
19, okay. So you all would have noticed. So when wherever you were taken from, you were basically put into this covered wagon, as I sort of had mentioned in the message before, where you couldn't really see anything. However, when you arrived at your destination, you stopped at some kind of checkpoint, and another guard came around, looked into the back to see what was being transported in. And with everyone rolling really high, you all would have noticed that the insignia that the guard who was checking you was wearing identified him as a member of the first legate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but the first legate. And as you would all know, as from being from the Empire, the first legate generally operates out of the capital city of Hadria. So you can presume you're in the capital city. Exactly where you are in the capital city, you don't necessarily know.
So the guards come and they take the kids. It's at random intervals, it seems like. You said like the number that they take could be like groups or one or whatever, but does it seem like it's once a day, once an hour? Like how often are they coming to take us?
So over the last 3 days, there were originally about 20 of you until it got down to the last 4. So they've been coming in several times a day. There's not necessarily any rhyme or reason that you can sort of pick out, like any kind of pattern. But yeah, it's usually several times a day. They'll come in and grab one or a few.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything to anyone yet about the hinge, but I am going to look around the room to see if there is anything that any of the other kids have left behind, if there's any, just anything out of the ordinary that's kind of laying in this room with us.
So the room's pretty bare. There are wooden benches along the walls, as well as sort of like a straw sleeping area. like I said, there's the sort of candles and lamps that are above you, maybe about 15 feet. So a bit out of reach. But other than that, well, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's a natural 15 plus 1, so 16.
16. Not a whole lot of stuff in the room still. Various maybe like wooden implements, bowls, spoons, forks, just from some of the kids who had kept them, in between meal times.
I'm gonna walk over. If there is a spoon that's hidden somewhere, I am gonna walk over and pick that up and bring it over to the kobold, who presumably maybe I had seen with it previously before his was taken. I'm just gonna hand it over to him, not even say anything.
I will grab it.
Just watching your face as you get ready for it.
Okay, here's the thing. It's because I'm trying to prepare, but I know immediately after I say something, it's not going to work. So give me this one, and we'll move on from here. My spoon.
Oh, that was great.
It's fine, yeah.
I'm gonna hand it over. I can assume since we're all taken and we're all here together, there's something about us that makes us special.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Am I right in saying that? Well, what?
There has to be something that is similar between all of us.
Well, what can you all do?
Well, I mean, he's a dragon, and I'm gonna be a big dragon too. That could be.
Do I know anything about kobolds?
Roll a nature check.
Oh man, I'm rolling good when it doesn't matter. That is a 15.
You don't know much about kobolds, but you do know they don't turn into dragons.
Right. Okay. All right. What can the rest of you do?
Well, clearly I am a dragonborn, but I've always had a way with fire. And as you see, one of the gas lanterns up on the wall, the flame is going to go out and appear in my hand. I'm just kind of looking at it, and then I'm going to send it back. I used my control flames cantrip.
That's remarkable. Do you need to have fire around in order to do that, or can you create it?
Well, to do that part, I need the fire. However, I can create the fire in a couple ways. I can do like a bolt of fire, or I can create a fire in the middle of somewhere, or I also have been known to blow fire out of my mouth. But that is hit and miss sometimes. I have to learn how to do that better.
Yeah, same here. It's a known dragon thing.
That'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, so I was thinking.
Cool. What about the? You're a high elf, right? I think I've seen a lot of you, and briefly you see me take on high elf features, and then like almost like a wave, like you see it, and then it passes back to the halfling face. What can you do?
Well,
and who are you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. My name it's Emir. I can do some like really like cool things with knives. The thing that I was twirling, I'm gonna twirl it up, and then I'm gonna do cast Sword Burst. So then there's a bunch of like little spectral things surrounding me for a moment,
That's very cool. And
It's a candy.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna gesture back toward the Dragonborn. What did you say your name was?
Oh, my name is Branz. Branz Lindbaum.
Okay, and I didn't get your name. Pointing to the kobold.
Arpo.
Arpo. Well, I had noticed before when the guard was in that the hinges on the door look weak. Like maybe there's something that we can do. I mean, you have with your fire, and maybe if we found something hard, or you with your knives, maybe if we could try to hit it or something. I don't know.
I also think that escape is going to be our only hope of leaving this place alive. However, we need to do it stealthily because, well,
We're kids.
we are children. So, but also, they took something very important from me, and I would like to get it back. So, leaving here in a loud hustle and bustle, as you say, would be very non-conducive to me accomplishing that task. However,
I think
if it comes down to us fighting our way out, we can try. As my great grandfather always told me, it is better to die on your feet than on your back. However, I don't think our chances are very well. We have a very small child, another small child, and a third small child, and I am also not a large person.
the way that I see it, we can either wait for the guards to come back and try to spring something on them, which is a lot less stealthy, or we could try to do something with the door now, as quietly as we can.
Well, you did like that thing with your face. If a guard like came in here to get us, we could like attack him, and then you could be him.
I would be like a small version of him. I can't change my height, unfortunately. I thought the same thing days ago when I first got here. I had actually thought maybe I could trick them while I was still in the cart, but it wouldn't have worked. It was a good idea, though. If I don't know how hot your fire can get, but maybe if it's applied correctly to the hinges,
It is a possibility. However, I also noticed that the door is wood, correct?
It's
The door
it's wood with like wood with iron bands on it to reinforce it.
right. So wood has this terrible habit of catching on fire. So I would not like to light the door of a cell on fire. I'm gonna
We're
walk
gonna
over
die.
to the door. Can I, with my with my claws, grab the pin of the hinge at all?
Seeing what he is doing, I'm gonna tap his shoulder. I don't know exactly what direction this is going, but I'm gonna attempt to cast guidance.
Guidance is a 1d4 for your next skill check. So go ahead and roll me a dex.
17 plus 1 is 18, plus another 1 is 19.
Yeah, so it's kind of a tight fit, but you are able to get your claws in there and you can pull out the metal pin that is, connecting the hinges.
For the bottom one.
From the bottom one. The top
Right.
one is still somewhat solid as far as you can tell.
Okay, so I'm going to show it to the rest of the fellas. So I got this one without the fire. The question is, when we get this door off, are we ready to go? We cannot lollygag.
We aren't staying.
And I don't know what is outside this door. We could be walking into our certain doom, and I just want all of you to be aware of that. We cannot unring this proverbial bell, as so to speak.
Well, I'm all set, as long as the rest of you are fine being my soldiers.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm ready to go.
This little one. What do you mean by your soldiers? I'm just curious what you meant by that.
Yeah,
Maybe it's something we can talk about later.
that's fine with me, as long as you're willing.
As you say, no lollygagging.
No lollygagging, yes. I would like to try to pull another flame from the oil lantern to me. I'm going to try to concentrate it into a like a jet, almost like it would be coming out of my finger.
Yeah, roll me the in check. See if you can pull it off.
15.
15. I will allow it,
Yes. All right.
but it might not be as strong. It might not be
Or
as
hot.
intense or as fast as you would like.
All right.
But if you want to spend some time doing it, you could weaken the hinge or
yeah,
whatever
I
you
would like
plan on
to
doing.
try to weaken the hinge to try to get the pin to loosen and come out again.
Sure. So the rest of you see this almost, this little tiny fire blade coming out of his finger as the hinge starts to glow red hot. Sort of starts to lose its shape a little bit as the iron starts to melt. I'd say that probably takes place over the course of maybe 15 to 20 minutes for the iron to get more malleable.
All right. I would like to try to again reach up with my claws and try to pull the.
I want to go and stand next to the door then too, in case once the pin comes out.
Yep. So then let's have one more dex check
Okay.
for the pin.
15.
15. Are Dragonborns like immune to fire damage? Roll 1d4 and take that as damage. Since
They're
you're
immune or resistant.
molten metal.
Yeah, they're resistant to.
Yeah, damage resistance to your chosen dragon type. So I am fire dragon type. So
So you're immune.
yeah. Well, I have resistance to it.
Okay. Well, if it's just resistance, then 1d4 and then cut it in half.
And then have it, yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 point of damage. Oh, that's
Okay.
still so much. Still so much with this character.
When you're level 1, dude, it adds up.
Oh my god, it's so much.
So you do wince a little bit as you go in there. It's still quite hot, but you do pull out a sort of now more malleable and misshapen pin. And as this happens, the door doesn't fall over, but it is teetering rather precariously. It hasn't fallen.
Does anyone want to help me with this?
Oh yes, we should probably bring that inside of the cell. Yes. I'd like to try to maybe grab it near the where the window slides. Try to get a little bit more of a grip.
So anyone who's moving the door or helping move the door, roll me a strength check.
Oh, I am not very strong.
I'm stepping back.
Thick wood.
There's like 2 of the bigger kids that are doing this right now.
The big kid is not very strong. Very nerd. That is a 14 minus 1. Is that a 13?
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Cool. We are
Also
very
14. Okay. Between the two, it's a lot heavier than you're expecting. But you are able to half carry, half drag the door. Well, where do you want to go with it? Whatever you want to do with it, you're able to sort of half carry, half drag it.
I was just thinking, like, bring it inside the cell and maybe against the same walls that the door is already on. just to get it out of the way. But
Okay, sure. So you guys can
whatever.
sort of slide it over and doors out of the way. You can see where the door used to be. There's a sort of stone hallway. I'd say the hallway stretches back maybe about 30 feet.
So are we
And then
on
it's
the end?
there's like a corner.
Are we on the end of the hallway, or so we're looking down the hallway outside of the door?
Yeah. So you're at the end of the hallway and you're looking, straight down this maybe 20 to 30 foot long hallway. And there are two doors on your left, both closed. The right is just a wall until it gets to about that 20 to 30 feet, and there's a corner. So you can't see past the corner, but you can see down the hallway. And nobody in it for right now.
Roughly how far down the hallway are the two doors on our left?
So from where you are, the one door is going to be maybe at 10 feet. And then the other door will be about 5 or 6 feet past the first door.
The closest door to us, do all the doors look the same? Like, does it resemble our own, or does it look like, is it reinforced or anything like, or is there a slide in it as if there could be other children inside?
The door does look similar to the door you just removed. This one does actually have a barred window, though. No slat.
As we get a little bit closer, I want to just a little bit try to peek inside to get a look, see what's in there.
Roll me a stealth, please.
It's a natural 16.
You can look through this window. You peek through it. It looks kind of like a office almost. Maybe not just like a single person's office, but maybe several people in there at once. There is a guard in there, sort of leaned back on his chair, legs up on the table, sort of half awake. Looks like he's taking a snooze. He's not fully asleep, but he's also not fully alert.
Just the one guard.
Just one guard that you can see, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back.
And from your vantage point, you can also see a door in the back, sort of, which looks like it would lead to the same room that other door does as well. The second door past.
I'm going to turn back, and very briefly, you see my face become the guard's face that's in there. There's one in there, and then it becomes the halfling facing.
All right. So here's a question: do we want to try to kill him, or do we keep moving?
I mean, you said it yourself. Stealth is our best bet. I mean, I've never killed a person. I don't know how. If we don't do it right, then it makes a lot of noise.
Yes. So why don't we just try to stay very quiet and go underneath the window?
Sounds like a good idea, man.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I would like to hug the wall and try to sneak past the door.
Sure, go ahead. I think you guys can all sneak past. Gar's not paying much attention. So if you all take sort of the same route, you can get past the first door, no problem.
This second door, is it also barred? Is there a way to look through, or is it solid?
This one also has a somewhat smaller barred window, more of just like an eye slit with some bars in it. And notably, this one has a heavy padlock on it as well.
If we have to come up to them, I can use my amazing charisma. Maybe charm them.
Well, that would be a good option. Also, I can try to scare them away, because I am very scary as a dragon, man.
Oh yeah, same, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You're a big scary dragon.
How many people are we talking?
For that.
Or how many?
the scaring of the way, or
Yeah,
charming?
yeah.
As that would depend on how scary I am.
Because people running and screaming might also not be
Right,
a good
not
idea.
the best. But if we get to the point where we run into a large group of guards, I think stealth is also out the window at that point. So we will use it as last resort, yes.
Wait, I'm sorry. The kobold. You said that you can charm. Is that what do you mean? Like make them your friend?
Yeah, like you guys are like willing to be like my soldiers, but if they aren't willing, I can just point at them and say, you now beckon to me, and they automatically kind of fall under.
What?
Yeah, it's impressive. I'm pretty impressive.
I'm still not quite sure what you mean by you guys are my soldiers. I'm still not sure where
How
you're
long
going with that.
How long do they have to listen to you if you tell them to do something or to be your friend? How long do they have to do that?
It's about an hour.
I mean, I don't like the idea, but the guy who's sleeping in the room next door. What if you convinced him to help us, and he acts like he's taking kids out somewhere, and you just tell him, lead us out, take us out the back way, take us through these people, dude.
Yes, and also you could see if he knows where my important thing is, because it's very important to me that I get that back before we leave.
I can see what I can grab.
But I also has a feeling that whatever is behind this door is probably where our belongings that were taken from us would be. Because also, I would like to be in my regular clothes. I come from a rather well-to-do family, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, you guys are all kind of wearing like the same sort of raggedy cloth, sort of linen.
Right.
These are my clothes, man.
Before you do this, can you read me exactly what charm person does? If that's the spell you're...
Yeah, so I have a range of 30 feet. Humanoid I can see. Attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. Wisdom saving throw. If you succeed, then I'm fucked. If you fail,
And I'm fucked.
then I have an hour and you're friendly.
You're friendly.
An hour? That lasts a long time.
Well, I mean,
Right.
you could decide.
But here's the thing. Well, here's he's friendly to us. That doesn't necessarily mean he's bending to everything you tell him.
That's what you think. That's not what Mr. Arpo thinks.
He's friendly he's friendly to the kobold also. He doesn't have to be friendly to the rest of them.
I really think our best bet is to try to be stealthy. But I also am very interested in what's behind this door. So, does anyone?
There's a window in the door. If you're very interested in what's there.
I would like to try to stealthily peek in and see what's through the door. It's a 19 plus 3, so a dirty 22. Very dirty.
So you peek up. It's more of like an eye slit this time, but you can see through it. And as you suspected, it appears to be the various belongings of the kids who've been brought in.
Oh no.
All right, fellas, it's exactly as I thought. There's all of our things in there. So,
Is the door locked?
There's a padlock on it. You haven't tried it, but
is the padlock locked?
yes.
How fucking great would it be that we try to pick it and it just click? But yes, I would like to try to pick the lock.
What are you going to use to pick it?
My claw.
Well, can't I'm gonna the knife guy? Can't you like create just a really? I mean, isn't a lockpick nothing but a really small knife when you think about it?
When you think about it,
Well, I can't exactly do that. I more have control of my weapon of choice.
see, I was thinking because I'm like proficient with thieves' tools. I figured this is what I would have trained myself to do. Was use my little claw.
Yeah, good point. Since you are proficient, I'll just cancel the disadvantage, maybe?
And just do a straight
Yeah, just a straight lock.
13.
13. Yeah, you fiddle with it a little bit with your claw. You get maybe one or two of the pins, but you can't quite get them all to release. So door stays locked.
Door stays locked. I cannot seem to get it. I really don't think we have the time for me to try to cut through this door. I really need in here. I bet you that God has the keys to this room.
I don't really want to kill anyone. But, like, what if we just, like, knock him out? We could probably, like, just do that, right?
We could probably just knock him out.
I mean, we shouldn't, as kids, like, our first thing be to, like, try to kill people.
I agree with him. I'm not okay with this.
All right, how about we have our little friend try to charm him, yes? If that doesn't work, we'll just fucking knock him out.
Yeah, man. It's like a good idea.
We just have to do it very, very quietly and quickly. I don't know how this is going to work, fellas, but we've already taken the door off the fucking hinges, so let's rock and roll.
So, question for the DM.
Yeah.
Trinket. I want it to be like a fork, like a metal fork.
Sure.
Can I use that as an improvised weapon then?
Yeah, you can stab someone with a fork.
So from where I'm standing, can I see the guard, or will I need to sneak up?
No. Well, you're like what, 3 feet tall?
Yeah, basically.
What if somebody picks up the
you can't see the guard. you can't make it to the window unless someone's holding you up to it.
Yeah, pick up the small boy.
Thank you. What was your name
Yes,
again? Branz.
Branz, yes.
Okay.
Yes, Branz. There is 2 little dots above the A. I don't know what that does, but...
I don't know what exactly you need to do with this guy, but again, I'm going to put my hand on the kobold's shoulder at this time. Whatever you end up doing, just know that the Moon Maiden is with you, and I'm going to cast guidance.
The Moon Maiden, oh Jesus.
All
I just
right.
fell out of my chair.
And this dude's like half asleep, right?
Sure it is.
Well, Branz is holding me. I'm just going to, just wide-eyed, just point at the guard and cast Charm Person.
I would like you all to roll initiative, please. Because if it fails,
We're going straight into combat.
Yeah, gotcha.
well, he'll know that somebody just cast a spell at him. He'll be surprised because he's half asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be a surprise round.
Is the door locked? I guess we'll find out.
We don't know.
Yeah, you didn't try to open it.
Oh, fuck me.
This could be it. This could be the ending right here. 13.
4.
13, 4,
18.
5.
18, 5.
My initiative's so bad because I'm holding the dragon or the little kobold boy.
That's fair. Okay, so go ahead and do your
I'm very nervous now.
I am very
Oh my
nervous now.
god.
Can I do something while
Ty and
he's...
Andrew. Well, Ty, you're first in the initiative order, so you can hold an action if you want to let him go first, or you could, bang the door open. Whatever you want to try.
Oh, I should be able to see through the window, right?
Yeah, you're tall enough to see through it.
I want to cast True Strike.
Okay.
This is the
What does
only
that do?
time that it would actually work. Holy
It just
shit!
makes you automatically hit, doesn't it?
I get an advantage on the attack.
We are the only D&D group that has ever successfully used this spell.
Why? I'm confused about that.
It is the worst fucking spell
It's
ever.
kind of a shit spell.
Okay. It basically just gives you advantage on an attack?
Well, it's a level 1 spell, right? It's not even like a cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, is it? Well, even so.
But you basically spend an action to give yourself advantage on your next action. So it's very
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb. But in this situation, it works. Nice.
The only thing that makes sense.
We broke it.
Are you holding the fork out now, Ty?
Yes, I'm holding the fork, and then I'm pointing.
So
you point as well. So I'm seeing him point, and a point with my fork.
So you guys see this high elf cast his spell while pointing this fork basically through the window. And the fork has this almost faint golden shimmer around it. Guard's surprised. He would have heard Ty cast his spell. So when he hears that, the guard sort of jerks up, trying to figure out where that sound is coming from. He hasn't quite located what's going on yet, which brings us to Derek.
All right, charm person, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, all right. Ooh, he rolled a nice big 7.
Oh, thank
You
goodness.
son of a bitch.
My hands have been sweating for the past 5 minutes.
Let me tell you that I was completely prepared that the next thing that was going to happen was I was going to kick the door
Yeah.
and cast Firebolt.
And just throw me off your
Jesus.
shoulders.
Just
See the kobold sitting up on this dragonborn's shoulders, pointing, chanting his spell out. And those who are looking through the window, the guard had sat up kind of in shock, trying to figure out what's going on. And for the briefest of second, his eyes sort of glaze over before he sort of comes back to normal. But you do know the charm has taken effect.
See, he's my soldier now.
sure. Whatever you say. Let's just get us in this room and get us out of this fucking place. Da?
Well, I think this is really, really cool. You're awesome. Yeah, can he open this door? Or maybe we can I'm going to try the knob, see if the door opens.
I mean, it's not a knob, it's sort of like a handle almost. But yeah, it's open, it's unlocked.
I'm not going to open it the whole way. I'm just going to open it a crack because I don't know how he's going to react when he sees the present. So maybe it would be best if, you let us in there.
All right, Branz, if you could let me down.
I will take the little kobold off my shoulders and set him back on the floor.
Thank you.
I will enter
Anytime.
the room, give a nod to the guard.
I think we're all set now.
Guard looks up at you, sort of waves, and says, "Hey, little buddy, how you doing?"
Oh, not too bad. What's your name, by the way?
Oh, my name's Tom.
Tom. Great. You're not gonna hurt these guys, are you? Unless I tell you to, right?
Nah, of course not. Friend of yours is a friend of mine.
Great. Yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, come on in.
Phil enters the door very cautiously. Hello, how are you?
What's up, man?
Oh, I'm doing good. Hey, what are you little guys doing out of your cell anyway?
We thought it would be a good time for us to leave. We noticed that people have been being taken away, and it is time for us to be taken somewhere else than here. Now,
I thought that we were just gonna like play some like hide and seek. Like we're gonna go hide, and you guys can seek us.
Oh, sure. I think that's what we would do if we saw you out of your cell anyway, but I'm always down for games.
But before we do, could you let us into the room next door? Before we start the game, gotta grab our items first.
Sure, no problem, buddy. And he'll pull a keyring off his pocket, walk to the door in the back, and unlock the padlock. Get whatever you need.
Great. One last question. When you guys take us out, do you put us in like handcuffs or anything? Anything special?
Oh, usually, yeah.
All right. If you don't mind, if you could grab four pairs. Don't latch them on, but we'll have them on. Just for fun till we get out.
Oh, sure. And he'll walk away from the door that's now sort of somewhat ajar, and start digging through.
while he's getting
Looking for-
handcuffs, I'd like to enter that room. I'm looking for my spell book. I'm looking for my robe. I would like to be back in my
An investigation.
former glory. I rolled a 13, by the way.
It takes a little bit of time, but there were only about 20 kids, so you do manage to make your way through all the belongings, and you do find your stuff.
Okay.
Hey, have we seen an exit?
No. So basically, at the end of this hallway, there's a corner, so you have to be able to see past that corner.
Okay. I wouldn't have had a lot of stuff on me besides my clothes. Whenever I get all of that, I'm gonna post myself at that corner and just keep an eye out for anyone else who might be showing up.
I'm going to walk out of the room. I'm now dressed in head to toe purple, long flowing purple robe, which contrasts nicely against my bronze scales.
And you look awesome, but don't you think that that'll attract like attention?
Oh, I guess we are pretending to be handcuffed, aren't we? I'll go back into the room. I'll change back into my poor people clothes, and just like
Poor people clothes, man. This is what I wear.
and put my robes into a sack and come back out.
That is a good point. I guess I wouldn't have wanted to grab all my stuff. I would just keep it. We would try to find a sack or something for it.
Well, I would imagine that. Oh, I guess no, we would not have a pack if we were, depending on how we were taken.
We walk out with backpacks.
Yeah.
Just going on a field trip, guys.
It's just time for the young ones.
As we could, if we find the packs, we could just like put them on and then put our shirts over top, so we just look really like fat.
Yeah, that seems like it would work. Also, I suppose I could just buy new clothes later. It's more important that we get out of here. And I'll just leave the sack of clothes. As long as I have my spell book, I'm okay.
That's why the guard has sort of found 4 sets of handcuffs, and he's laid them on the desk on the table that's in that room.
Okay.
So, Soldier Tom, where do you guys lead us to after this?
Well, normally you little dudes get taken up to the tower.
The tower. What's that about?
Oh, the big tower that's at the State War Magic Academy, which you guys would probably have heard of. The Magic Academy in Hadria, it's very secretive, So most people don't really know exactly what goes on in there, aside from the fact that they're obviously studying magic and its applications. But from the city, when you're in the city, you can see a very sort of imposing tower that's in sort of the center of this district of where this academy is.
So you take us and we'd become students?
Don't know, little dude. That's outside my jurisdiction.
I was just going to say, something tells me that we do not become students. I think maybe we will become subjects of some sort of tests.
There's no...
Probably.
They wouldn't just use me like that.
I am afraid to tell you, my friend, that they most certainly would. However, my friends, I believe it is time for us to take our leave. If you catch my drift.
Andrew, can you roll me a perception check?
Oh no, that's a 12.
You do hear footsteps approaching from where you're positioned.
I'm gonna
Coming your direction.
I'm gonna scurry back to where everyone else is. Hey, I hear something. People are coming.
Do we want to leave now or have Tom hide us?
Well, our door is open, so
Yes, and I do not think we can close it again. So we really need to get going.
Yeah, what the dragon dude said.
the locks for where our stuff was on the inside, right?
No, it is a padlock on the outside of the
Oh,
door.
right. But well, I don't know. I was thinking we could either just wing it and face them head on with our cuffs and act like we're already being let out, or we could try to convince them to go into that room and lock them inside.
I suppose that is an option. We just wait to see what is coming towards us. However, I think that when they turn the corner and see the hanging open door, that any diplomacy that we formerly would have had is going to be out the window.
10 seconds.
Tom, handcuff me now.
I'm not actually going to cuff myself, but I'm going to make it look like I'm being cuffed.
Yes. Also puts the handcuffs on, not secures them.
Well, Tom comes over and actually handcuffs Derek. Because that's what he's going to do.
No, Tom.
That's what he said.
Is what you told him to do. You silly little boy.
Tom, unlock me now.
All right. Well,
Okay, you guys have all got the handcuffs.
Yeah.
Like fake on. Tom won't lock yours. He'll just place them on your wrists.
Okay.
All right, let's just have him walk us out to meet whoever's coming. We can meet them before they can see that the door is open. And
okay, so Tom's gonna walk out.
As he's leaving, I'm gonna cast guidance on Tom.
Okay.
I think the first time an NPC has had guidance cast.
Yeah, honestly. Tom will walk out, and I assume the four of you are just going to follow behind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or in front. I mean, however he would lead us. However they would normally lead prisoners.
We'll just have Tom in front. So Tom's in front, four of you sort of trailing behind in a loose kind of line. And you see him turn the corner. And you guys turn the corner with him. And there's a very short hallway to where there's another left turn. And in this short hallway, as you guys turn, you see two more guards who had been walking down, who are very close to taking another turn around that long hallway. And as I see you guys come around the corner with Tom, they will be very surprised. And the whole lot of like, "Whoa, Tom, what are you doing? Where are you taking all the?" Say, "Oh no, it's the next group. I was told we got to bring them out." And the one guard says, "Oh, that's weird. We haven't gotten their documents yet." So let's do a quick persuasion check.
Now I'm nervous again. Tell him you're gonna fuck us.
Add that D4.
I do get the D4. He's gonna need it. So the guard's eyes will narrow a little bit. As in, it's a bit strange, but if you've got orders, orders are orders. And the guards will kind of step aside and allow you guys to pass through.
Very good, Tom. That was a good job.
That D4 saved your ass.
Cool. I love guidance. It is super underrated.
So you guys can see now as you go up this other, not quite as long hallway.
What do the guards do when we pass them? Like, is it like they're coming back with us, or are they continuing on the direction that we just came from?
As you walk by them, they sort of turn around and come up the rear behind you. So for now, they're sort of following.
Yep, makes sense. Cool.
So yeah, so you guys see this hallway. You see a barred gate against the far wall. Behind you is a staircase going down. And then you can see another sort of barred gate to the left, sort of around a small corner. You can't really see inside of it. But as you go up to this this barred gate at the end of the hallway, which is excuse me, where Tom is leading you, through the barred gate on the left, you can see more single occupancy cells, some of which are filled, some of which are empty. No children, though, from what you can see. Mostly just...
Okay.
Where are you taking us? And I'm going to look back to one of the guards following us. Where are we going? Please.
Shut up, kid. Tom will open the barred gate in front of you. Also locked, pushes it open. Leads you guys through it. One of the guards hangs a left, goes into this other celled area. And the one guard's still behind you. And basically, at the end of the hallway, you guys take a right, another kind of 15-foot hallway or so, and this leads into sort of an open area with what looks to be the front door at the front, and sort of other hallways that branch off into maybe other wings of the building. And as you get into this common area, the one guard who had been following you as well goes off into one of these other wings and sort of disappears from sight.
I'm going to turn and whisper to Derek's character. Okay, I believe it is now time that Tom should let us out this door. And we need to assess what the outside situation is. If there is no gate, we need to get rid of Tom very quickly. And then we need to leave.
Yes, let's have Tom lead us directly out, and I should be able to just send him straight back in.
Okay,
Although
that sounds...
We will have to worry he will know that I casted it on him.
Well, hopefully we are not sticking around this area very long.
I'm just gonna push on Tom a bit, have us lead us out a little quicker.
Well, he takes you to the front door and sort of pushes it open. And in the front door, you can see a sort of large, not like massive, but a stone courtyard. The area around the courtyard and sort of that goes around the building you are in is walled off. And there's a big iron gate across the courtyard that is currently closed. And within the courtyard, you can see maybe an additional 5 guards or so hanging out there.
What time of day is it? Night?
Distance between the front door and the gate, please.
Distance, it'd be maybe 40 feet, 50 feet. Time of day is the sun is just starting to go down. So maybe
So no moon.
7 p.m.
No moon is visible yet.
Not yet, no.
I'm just gonna keep looking up as if I'm looking for it. Try to peer at it through the day sky.
What do we think? Have Tom just head us straight out? I don't know if we'll deal with the same guards as before, and they'll try to follow.
What if maybe is there maybe some kind of cart that we could hide in and have Tom push us across the yard to the front gate, and then opens the gate, pushed out. Oh, I'm taking the garbage out. Da, 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 da.
Well, is there another way out? Like, is there a window that we can go down with, like, bed sheets or something? I mean, do we have to walk right out the front door, or is there another way? I mean, can we go up to the wall and lower ourselves down, or go out a window or something?
Any idea?
But Tom, hearing you guys mention crossing the courtyard, is going to with the cart and idea went on, basically says, you little dudes aren't getting through that gate without proper paperwork. Nobody goes in or out without the right papers.
Seeing these 5 guards that are ahead of us, do any of them look?
Let me roll a dice for that.
My good friend, Mr. Tom, how would one get the paperwork to be taken out of this building, sir?
The kids, you mean, come from the tower?
Oh, what if, say, what if, like, maybe we're just being let go to not be here anymore? Where would those papers come from?
Same place, usually, I think. Although I've never heard of that happening.
Oh, well, I heard that was the plan for the 4 of us.
I mean, if you want to try and explain that to the guards at the gate, we can try.
I'm going to turn back to my fellas, and I'm going to say, all right, gentlemen, I am very charismatic and very persuasive. So, do we want to try to bullshit our way through the gate? What's the worst thing that's going to happen?
We get
Tom's sort of at this point scratching his head. He says, someone mentioned going down. You could go through the sewers.
My good friend, where is the sewer at?
There's a grate behind the building here. Might be a tight squeeze, but most of you guys are small. You could probably shimmy through.
Let's do it.
Could you get us there unseen?
We move quickly. Maybe. There's no back door, you see.
Well, I suppose haste is our friend then. Let us make it. Is that okay with the rest of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it'll be more similar to what I'm used to anyway.
Yes. The great dragons are very much used to being in underground shit tunnels. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Only the best ones.
I suppose.
Okay, so if you guys are all going to follow Tom, how about let's do a group stealth check.
18.
14.
18? 14?
15.
Let me roll contested, because since they're kind of watching. Okay, so Tom is going to lead you guys sort of around the corner. The corner from the front door is not particularly long, maybe about 15 feet until it turns. Just as you guys are turning the corner,
Oh no.
Nothing happens.
you do hear someone shout, "Hey!" just as the last of you is going around the corner.
Quickly now. Let's keep going.
Hey.
Okay, so Tom will
Yep. Let's go.
It's gonna hurriedly lead you around the corner. You guys can see the sewer grate. It's closed. You'd have to try and get through it somehow. The only person who could probably slip through it now would be Derek, unless you guys pry it open.
I immediately come through.
I would like to cast Unseen Servant and have him help me lift the grate, or help us all lift the grate.
You can lift 5 pounds.
Oh, is that all they can lift? Oh, son of a bitch!
I'm gonna help.
Who's all helping lift the grate?
Yeah.
All of us except for Derek and Tom.
I can try to
Tom
help,
can
but
help
I
if you tell
have...
Tom to help.
Tom didn't get the
He's
order.
already on, Derek.
Yeah, Derek did.
He's just gonna be
Derek
standing there, idling.
If I get... if I could have Tom help open.
Yeah. Do you actually just want to jump straight in?
No, I was joking about that.
Is that a?
It is a straight drop.
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, that was that. Yeah, I was kidding about that.
Just
You fall 60 feet to your.
we get to the bottom.
So everyone who's helping roll a strength check
bloody.
for everyone who's helping.
I'm free, and my body part's just on the bottom.
I rolled an 8. 8.
Oh,
7.
2.
But you have the Unseen Servant.
I do have the Unseen Servant, so do I get to roll for him?
Roll for him, but with disadvantage because he can only lift 5 pounds.
I'm also useless. I got a 4.
Jesus Christ.
My Unseen Servant got a 11.
2 natural 20. 2 natural 20.
Yeah, 2 natural 20s.
You guys are lucky.
Tom's super strong, isn't he?
Actually rolled a natural 20.
Oh
You
my
guys are
god.
so fucking lucky.
That's right, Tom.
Oh my
He
god.
lifted it along with the rest of us. Like he picks all of us
Yeah.
off the ground.
Major Tom.
So Tom, with the strength of a professional soldier,
And an Unseen
strains
Servant.
and an unseen servant, which no one actually knows is helping because it's unseen. You guys hear the grinding of the metal as Tom sort of lifts it up and shoves it to the side. And I don't know who has dark vision. If you have dark
I
vision,
do.
you can see down into the sewer.
I do.
It's
I do.
about 10 feet. And you can see some really gross looking brown sludge flowing down there. But there is a walkway.
All right. I suppose, is there a ladder that leads down in?
There
or is
is
it?
a ladder, yeah. Yep,
All right, I
ladder
would
that
like
leads
to-
down.
I would like to climb down onto the walkway.
Okay. I'm assuming you're all just going down, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys all
I-
climb down.
Mr. Little Dragon Boy, do not forget to tell our friends that to replace the cover, and then I don't know what happened to them. They just as Alvisa then.
Just tell him to run. I mean, he'll arouse the suspicion of everyone until they catch him, and it might buy us a little bit of time. I mean, if they see him running one direction, they might not follow us down this way, at least for now.
Tom, we're going to climb down real quick. We all appreciate your help. Once we're down, could you put the cover back on top of the sewer and then fight?
I don't think you can do that.
I don't think Charm Person will make him fight his own allies.
All right, put the cover on, and
Right.
if you could just go take care of whoever was coming to talk to us.
Go take a shit.
Run.
All right,
take
sure.
a shit.
I'll see what I can. I'll try and help you guys out.
Great.
Thank you, Tommy.
And so as you all descend the ladder, you hear the grinding of metal again, pushing the grate of the sewer back over. Does anyone not have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay, so you don't. So as you descend, there's a little bit of natural light coming through this grate, but you can barely see 5 feet ahead of you. It is quite loud down here, the sound of running sludgy water. So anything that Tom might be saying to the guards, you guys can't make out at this point.
The rush of the Pooh River.
Yeah, the rush of the Pooh River is drowning it all out. But those of you who do have dark vision can see this pathway goes for maybe about 10 feet, where it sort of branches off. There's a larger channel of poo water, and then a wall and a walkway on the other side, and then a right turn and a left turn. You guys are on the right side right now. So there's a smaller channel of poo water, which has a walkway on the left. You guys are on the right side of that.
I cannot see anything. Can you make a little bit of fire or something so I don't, like, you know?
So here is the thing. I can create a bonfire, which would be a very, very big fire. But the problem with that would be is then there would be a big fire in the sewer. However, I guess I could take it with me and make it smaller. So that.
Oh, I forgot to say something too. Can you guys all roll a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, that is not good.
4.
That is a natural 1.
11.
Yeah, natural.
Oh, this
11.
is not good.
My health is so low, I'm going to die from throwing up.
I'm going to die in the poo.
This is the most overwhelming smell that any of you guys have ever smelled in your lives. There's really no words to do it justice how just foul and rank it is. It's basically just assaulting all of your senses. It's almost, every time you open your mouth to talk, you can almost taste it. It's sort of going in through the pores of your skin. Ty and Derek, you guys manage to sort of steady yourselves. You're a little bit dizzy, but you're okay. Jesse and Andrew, you guys can't help but just vomit up the meager rations that you've been getting over the last 3 days. No damage, but
I see
you're having
him
a bad time.
and then that makes me vomit.
I think that we need to get out of this sewer very, very quickly.
Well, I'm pretty used to this, so I can lead.
He's like, what the fuck is up with everyone? This is great.
I will understand the little people.
We need to follow the poo.
And every time Jesse vomits, a little burst of fire comes out.
Oh, I can see.
Oh, can I control all that fire?
No. That is flavor fire only. No flavor.
Oh,
all right,
I'm gonna. That would be funny as hell animated. Vomit, little burst of flame.
I'm going to put one of my hands on Emir's shoulder because I can't see otherwise.
All right.
Cool. So what's your marching order going to be? So Derek in front, Andrew following behind.
Yeah, and I think that we should put the Dragonborn in the back.
Yes, I am taking up Zaria.
Derek, Andrew, Ty, Jesse. Cool. Okay, so you guys can go forward up this almost 10 foot sort of path. You do get to the wider poo channel. Looking to your left, it is a very loud roar, as it just seems almost like a massive poo waterfall is going down.
Fuck me.
Very
All right, so does
very steep
So we get to this channel.
Yes.
Does our path end then?
No, so you could turn right. You can turn right or left. There's a little wooden bridge. So the left leads to this very steep slope waterfall, and to the right, the path continues.
Okay.
As we're starting our walk, I'm taking my cloth garb off, so I'm just completely naked.
Much more comfortable now. By the way, where are you guys from?
This is where we do the small talk.
This is where Mr. Arpo is comfortable.
I lived along the coast for a long time. Raised by a family of halfling. As you can see, that's why I feel the most comfortable in this skin. I've been thinking a little bit about where I would go after this, because I don't think home. I mean, if they found me once, I feel like I would just put my family in danger if I went back. So I don't know. Where I'm from is one thing, but where I'm going is another.
Well, what you're
Haven't
going
decided
is
on that.
you're going to be my guard. We already talked about that.
Yeah, I'm considering it.
What's your name, by the way?
My family call me Wilos, but it doesn't really matter. It was kind of the name. I guess all names are names that other people give us, but I don't know. It doesn't really feel like mine. Just like this face isn't really mine. So I don't know. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me a toad. What about the rest of you? Where are the rest of you from?
Well, when I was younger, really sad, but like both of my parents died. So just been like living in this like orphanage place. People there are pretty cool, but whatever.
Where do you want to go when we get out?
I've always wanted to like go to like beach. Like I've always heard of like the ocean. Like that was cool. But
Yeah, it's a lot dirtier than you'd imagine. At least near the cities. I mean, there's so many things like this. I'm gonna point down at the shit waterfall. I mean, the oceans is where it ultimately all ends up. So when you think about it, you're just kind of swimming in a bunch of this stuff. Sorry, I don't mean to. If that's where you want to go, that's awesome. Maybe it's better outside the cities. I've never been.
I mean, you're kind of killing my vibe, man. But it's cool.
I am from a wealthy trading family right now we live. Well, my parents live in the town of Lyre. I can never pronounce these towns' names. I've been all over the empire, but originally my family hails from over in the Black Sands.
If we went back with you to your family, do you think they could get us out of the Empire?
I suppose it probably could. However, they I don't know how they would respond to me returning. I know they were not very happy when I was discovered and captured. But it's still, I suppose, if we could make it back there, we could probably catch a ship, at the very least.
Okay, well that gives us a heading. I mean, if that sounds
That's
okay with you,
assuming
Vapo.
that's assuming that they were not deported for having a magic sun in the Empire. I have no idea.
Well, it gives us a start at least. If that's okay with you, Apo. I mean, I don't know if you building your army would work the same if it was across the ocean, or if it had to be in the Empire. But
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna be just the strongest golden dragon there ever was. It doesn't matter where I'm at. Yeah, I'm just from like a cavern nearby here with all my family, friends, and everything. Yeah, I was out just eating, just catching some sky rats, cooking them up, eating them, and they caught me. But yeah, let's get out of here, and I'll follow you guys.
Excuse me, little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen any of your family or friends turn into a dragon? I'm just curious.
Not from what I have seen, no. But I know I'm going to though. I mean, look how like shiny I am.
You're
It's dark.
very, very shiny.
I can't see anything. but I'm sure you are very shiny. I am going to cast a glance backward toward Branz. Just like now is not the time.
I'm just going to give you
existential crisis.
just a big, toothy, shit-eating grin. Like, I mean,
I can't see it.
I'm already like oh, that's right. Like I have draconic features, but just the biggest fucking, just big toothy grin. It almost glows.
Maybe I can feel it.
You can see the teeth.
So as you guys are having this conversation while you're walking down this hallway, this little narrow pathway, ahead of you, you can see there's a bridge going to the left. So your pathway ends in a wall, and there's a bridge crossing over the large poop channel going left. And those of you with dark vision, as you're getting closer to this corner and bridge,
Yes.
you can't hear it because of how loud the poop channel is. But what quickly comes into sight appears to be a massive swarm of rats.
Oh, Jesus.
And they're running directly towards you.
Okay, so there's bridge, and then the bridge leads to another channel, or like another pathway.
So the channel basically hits a wall. Well, not really a wall, but it hits like a metal grate, which you wouldn't be able to pass through, and continues going. And then another channel is coming from the left, connecting to the big channel, and there's a wooden bridge that goes over.
To that.
So you'd be able to cross the bridge and get to that walkway, yeah.
Okay. And that goes straight ahead?
Yeah, that goes straight.
There it goes. And what side of the poo water is the walkway that we're going to be going on? The right or left?
That would be on the left side of the poo water.
Okay, and then there's poo water there. Okay. I'm just drawing my own little
And the
map.
rats, this massive swarm of rats are currently running across this bridge.
They're on the bridge, or are they on the pathway?
They are running, basically, yeah, they're coming. You can't quite see down across. You're not quite there yet. You can't see what's down this other pathway. So basically, it's just like a corner to you that the bridge leads to, and you see the rats coming from that hallway that you can't see around, and running across the bridge, and sort of almost making a beeline for you guys.
Okay, but oh fuck! So they're not in a straight line in front of us.
No,
Or are
not yet.
they? Okay.
Not yet. They're currently crossing the bridge. The bridge is probably about 20 feet away from you guys at this point.
Is it possible for me to reach the end of the bridge before the swarm crosses the bridge? No,
Because the bridge is only about 10 feet.
All right. Well, I'm gonna turn to my friends. All right. I suppose this is probably where my draconic family line will probably come in to help. So when all the rats come across the bridge, I need you to be behind me. I am going to try something.
Rats?
I don't know if. Yes. Oh, yes. You can't see. There is a big fucking group of rats coming our way. So I imagine they are not very friendly. They're probably going to try to eat us. So I'm going to try to cook them. So
As you're
just be
saying this
ready.
plan, the rats have now mostly crossed the bridge.
Are they across the bridge entirely yet? Just let me know when. Tell Daddy when.
About 2/3. About 2/3 have made it across the bridge, and they're coming around the corner for you guys. And
Okay.
by the time all the rats get over the bridge, the part of the swarm that's closest to you would be about 15 to 10 feet away.
All right. I'm gonna walk up I'm gonna approach them until they are. Let's say. Is there a way for me to get it so the entire swarm from front to back is 30 feet away from me? Like the back of the swarm is 30 feet away from me without the front of the swarm attacking me. Is that possible?
Yeah, so for mechanical purposes, the rats only take up like a 5 feet square.
Okay. Because that's the importance of my question. Basically, I want to use my fire breath.
Right, you'd be able to hit all of them just because of how they mechanically work.
All right, I'm going to step out and I am going to exhale. I'm just going to say, I'm going to try to cook them. So I exhale.
That's going to be another initiative, please.
9.
Listen,
15.
I was.
I got a 12.
Oh, mine is a 17, by the way.
No surprises. The rats could see you. You could see the rats. But with a 17, you do in fact go first. Oh, that's true. You can't see the rats. But you're still not surprised because people told you they were there.
Right.
Yeah, so Jesse, you're up.
Okay, they just need to roll a Dex DC.
Dex, that is going to be a 16.
They succeed. So they take half damage, so 2d6. They take 3 points of damage. But you can't tell me a rat has a lot of damage. A lot of HP, man.
That's just one rat. From what you can tell, it's about 30 rats.
Okay.
These are shit rats. These are strong.
These are strong old shit rats.
Okay, they got a 13. Oh, that means Ty, you're up.
Did I kill any rats?
You did. Oh, yeah. I guess I should explain it. What color is your fire? I'll narrate it. I kind of forgot to do that.
I think my fire would come out. It would look brass. It would look like liquid molten brass coming out, but it's not a liquid metal. It's a flame, but it's the color of brass.
Just the color. The color
Yeah.
of brass. Okay.
Yeah.
So those of you with dark vision see this dragonborn take a big deep breath and exhale this brass colored flame, and for the amount of time the flame is out, Andrew, you can also see several rats get incinerated as this line of fire passes through them. The swarm is still quite large.
Does the fire ignite anything? Like, when it gets to my turn, am I still going to be able to see, or is it going to be gone by then?
You'll be able to see because it all sort of takes place in the same 6 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
With my fork, I want to try to stab one of the rats while I'm activating my green flame blade.
Ooh.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Then a second creature within 5 feet takes 3 fire damage.
So what's the total damage then?
4 damage with the fork, and 3 damage with the fire.
It's a 7 total. Okay, so you guys see you see him bend down and basically just like scoop up a rat with a fork, just stab right through its side. And when the fork makes contact, this green flame shoots out the other side of the rat's body and impales another rat next to it.
Is the fork or is the rat on my fork then?
If you want it to be.
Did the green flame cook the rat at all? Is it crispy?
I'd say the outside, maybe not so much.
Alright, I'm just gonna fling the rat then.
Oh, what a waste.
Okay. The rat goes tumbling into the poop stream. Okay, it is the rat's turn. Rats, what's their movement speed? The rats, this swarm, are actually going to continue right past you guys.
Uh-oh, they're running from something.
They can move through another creature's space, right, and vice versa. So using their 30 feet of movement, they're about, what did I say, about 10 feet away. So they move through you guys, and now they're kind of at your back by about 10 feet, 10 to 15 feet. And that's their turn.
Oh, fuck me.
Brings it.
I wasted my most powerful attack on a fleeing enemy. Oh, fuck. I thought, like, okay, we're children. He's going to have us fight a swarm of rats, and then, like, it's getting close to noon. We'll be done. Nope, I was wrong.
Are we still in initiative order, or?
Yes.
In that case, I am going to hold my action. Because, like, at this point, I'm imagining the fire is fading and everything, so I'm going to hold my action until I see whatever was chasing these things.
What action do you want to hold? I think for held actions, I think you have to declare them.
Yeah, do I have to say it? I guess I'll say it. Yeah, I'm going to hold the head.
And then that was everyone, right? Yeah. Oh no, wait. Did we skip Derek?
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
Oh well. All right. You were supposed to go before Andrew.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'll do the same thing. I'm not going to switch it now. I was getting ready for Magic Missile, so I will hold that.
Hold Magic Missile. Well, as these these rats stream past you, those of you with dark vision yet again coming from the same direction that the swarm of rats came from, now see basically what looks like a massive rat.
A rat king.
2 of them actually seem to be chasing this smaller swarm.
Mostly all of us see these 2 rats. Yes, I see nothing.
You do not see
I can maybe
rats.
hear their...
But you other 3 see these giant rats rounding the corner. Their movement's not quite enough. They get onto the bridge, but they're not across the bridge yet. And so I'm going to add them into the initiative order. And you can see 2 of them. And they both rolled a 6. Which brings us back up to Jesse.
Does Derek see them?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you guys have both. Derek has seen them. So, Derek, if you want to use your magic missiles.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll just hit, you said 3. Or I can only see 2 of them.
You guys can only see 2.
I can only see 2.
You don't know if there's more or not.
All right. I'm just going to direct all of them to whatever the first rat is coming at us. All right, so that's 14 points. Directing all 3 magic missiles.
Okay, does the rat make a check for that, or is it just...
No, magic missile just automatically hits.
Yeah, they're magic. They're really fucking... Yeah.
They're
does
fucking
magic-
OP as hell.
Mm.
Do they produce light, Derek? Do they produce any light?
They produce small flashes of light. I would say it's not
small
bright enough.
spectral.
You do see these little, almost spectral purple darts shoot out. 3 of them smashing into the side of one of these rats. It's unsteady on its feet, but it's still up.
After 14 points, damn.
Brings us to Jesse.
Yes. So, seeing these new rats coming across the way, I would like to create a bonfire on the first rat. 1
The
second.
first rat is on a wooden bridge, just so you're
He's
aware.
on. Oh, I do not want to start. No. I would have seen that the bridge is wooden. On the one that is still on
That's why I
the
said
stone
that.
walkway. Yes.
Sure, you can put them on the same walkway. Yeah.
Okay.
They're about 5. They're about, the one rat's about 5 feet away, and then the other rat's about 10 feet away from, because it's basically like stone walkway, bridge, stone walkway. So 5 feet of each square,
Okay. So, yeah, I create bonfire on homeboy. Give me one.
Okay. Well, the first rat roll with a natural 1, so he's going to take damage.
Okay.
Oh, so we are lighting the bridge on fire?
No. I'm starting the bonfire on the stone path. 2 points of damage.
Hey,
Um,
it's enough. You cast bonfire. First, the flame shoots up, and you have a new, interesting smell fills, which in some ways is better than what you've been smelling. We got a nice crispy rat.
Well, here's the thing. So that burns up to a minute.
And falls on its side, sort of as it's shuddering and on fire.
So the
I
bonfire
can
burns
see.
for a minute. Yes, Andrew can see.
So as soon as I can see, I want to cast. I want to cast Toll the Dead as soon as I can see something.
Okay. Oh, that was your held action, right? So yeah, you can cast that on the second rat.
Yes. So I'm gonna say, Saloon, Maiden of the Moon and Goddess of Change, guide my hand and give me strength. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. Has this one taken damage yet?
No,
Second rat.
full health, so
That's fine. He needs to do a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom's probably +0. Yeah, 14.
That meets it. Meets it, beats it.
You see Changeling cast his spell. It's very hard to hear over the rushing poo stream, but if you listen very closely, you could hear the sound of a tolling bell, but the rat appears to be unaffected by it.
And as I'm casting it too, very briefly, you see me, the halfling facade disappears, and it's this, I'm all white, I have white hair, like white eyes, just, and then after it's cast, I'm back to looking like the halfling I was looking like before.
Okay, that brings us to Ty. Here.
Did I get to the rat with my fork?
You would have to move through the bonfire.
I will hold my turn. If he comes through, then I'm gonna attack him with the knife and my healing bait. Yeah.
Okay, so hold your turn for that, which brings us to Derek.
Well, I think I'm gonna hold then too, because I'm gonna hold Firebolt.
Okay, what's the trigger to be for when it crosses the bridge?
Crosses the bridge, yeah. Just avoiding the wood altogether.
Okay, and that brings us back to Andrew.
Again, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. I'm going to hope that this one is a little bit more successful. It's another Wisdom saving throw.
This time 6.
Cool. And this one has now taken damage, or still has not? It has.
Still hasn't taken damage.
Fuck. All right, that's fine. It's going to take 4 points of necrotic damage.
4 points. Okay, so this time you guys see him do the same spell, but the toll of the bell is much louder. You can hear it much more clearly over the sound of poop. And the rat sort of recoils a bit at the sound of it, taking 4 points of damage.
And with my movement speed, I'm going to separate myself from the rest of the group since I can see now. And I want to try to see if I can tuck myself in somewhere that's more defensible or just trying to spread out from everyone else.
Okay, it's now the rat's turn, finally. The rat, seeing this massive fire at the end of the bridge and smelling his burnt compatriot, if you can call them that for rats, is going to use his movement speed to back up across the bridge, back sort of the way it came. And it's going to try and jump over the poop stream.
Oh, please let it fall in the poop water. It just gets swept away.
It rolled a nat 20.
That's the opposite of what I wanted to happen.
So you guys see this rat back up, sort of back around the corner to where you can't necessarily see it very clearly. And you might have a quick flash of relief thinking it won't cross the fire, it's kind of running away. Until suddenly you see this rat just sprinting full bore, leaping directly over the poop stream. It's basically going to land kind of in the middle of you guys.
Oh, fuck.
Sort of.
Am I able to get a shot?
Sort of 2 at the front, 2 at the back. Yes, because it did back up over the bridge, you can use your held action to shoot the firebolt at it.
I would like to shoot it as it's jumping.
Okay.
Ooh. Let's go. Little boy.
Don't call me that.
I'm little man.
That's a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit, just misses.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, so you weren't quite expecting the rat to make such a daring leap over the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So your timing's just slightly off. Firebolt sails across and smashes into the wall behind.
Mm-hmm.
The rat, seeing that you just shot a firebolt at him, as it lands, is going to take a strike at you.
Okay.
I held my action as well for when
is going. Oh, that's true. It is in range, so you could stab it with your fork.
Fork the shit out of him.
I'm going to use the fork and attack it, but also activate Booming Blade.
I love Booming Blade.
I love the fact that all of this is based around a fork as the weapon. That's the best part.
It's a 22 to hit.
That definitely.
How
the fuck did you roll a 22 with
What the fuck?
17, and then I have plus 5. So he takes 5 points of damage from the dagger. Well, from the fork.
From a good hard forking.
And then I want to take a step back. So, I mean, you know how Booming Blade works. If he moves.
Yeah. He's going to take damage, yeah. So once again, the Fork of Destiny comes swinging around right as the rat lands. He sort of jams the fork into its side. And as the fork goes in, again, there's this sort of energy that sparks out. And there's almost this blue, shimmering force field of sorts surrounding the rat. And okay, so now the rat's still standing. It's a bit uneasy on its feet for sure. Now it's going to take a bite at our little cobbled buddy.
Oh god.
And that is going to be a 15 to hit.
That misses.
Oh, thank God you're so little.
Thank goodness, yeah.
Oh, thank God you're so little, because that probably would have one-shotted you.
It would have. And good thing I'm a gold dragon, so that gives me additional AC. That's the only reason I'm not dead.
This booming blade throws the rat off balance enough that when it lashes out to bite, you're able to sort of get out of the way. That brings us back up to Jesse's turn.
I'm going to drop concentration. Actually, no, I don't need to drop concentration to cast another cantrip, do I? If it's not a concentration?
Only if they're both concentration.
All right, dope. Firebolt into this little rat. It's a dirty 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it hits.
Okay. 10.
10.
10 points of damage, and then, yeah, because there's no plus with the damage on that.
So, sort of casting over the kobold as he's so much shorter, this burst of fire, again, shoots out of your hands, nails the rat right in the side. Well, I guess it'd kind of be right in its face, since it was facing the kobold. Sort of right in the face, and it staggers. It falls out of this booming blade energy, which sort of explodes in its face as well, and its body gets sort of ragdolled into the poop stream. And it's drifting away into the darkness.
Well,
Auf Wiedersehen, motherfucker!
hey! He's sworn.
I'm very sorry. I don't get excitement like that very often.
We should keep going because I don't know if we're going to be followed still, and yeah. But that was really cool, guys. We're
We
like
need to work together as a team.
we're like superheroes.
I felt a bit dirty about the swarm of rats.
I loved it.
To be fair, the swarm of rats is actually more dangerous than the two giant rats, also.
I love it
I was
because you
waiting
got me
on
to just
use up the big powerful
pump fake my most powerful fucking weapon.
I thought that the big rats were also going to be running from something, and then he was going to pull like twice.
Oh my god!
but it's just like another swarm of rats. It's nothing.
Now it's a swarm of giant rats.
All right, yeah, we should go. If your fire's dying out, I'm gonna grab back a hold of Emir.
Well, here's the thing: do we want to quick while my bonfire's still up? Somehow make a torch out of like a rat.
Yeah, I mean, I would
see.
And we should do it from the other side of the bridge, and then burn the bridge behind us, just in case we're being followed.
We could we could probably take off a board of the bridge instead of trying to. Well, I mean, like we could instead of like burning a rat, we could like maybe take a piece of the bridge and light that on fire.
Sorry, yeah, too high level of a thought.
I love that.
This entire time, I'm quietly gnawing on rat number 1.
The big rat
The
that's
big
on
ass.
fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the middle of the bonfire.
Yeah, it's fresh.
Rat
Very
tastes a
burn.
lot better
All
than
right.
you remember.
All right,
Great, we haven't.
I'm gonna cross.
In a while.
I'm gonna cross the bridge.
I'll also, yeah. So we made a torch. I put out the bonfire. We'll cross the bridge.
And then
What's your gonna keep the same marching order from before? Derek, Andrew, Ty, Jesse.
And we destroy the bridge behind us. And
Yes.
that sounds
Okay.
good to me at least.
And yeah, and you can destroy the bridge behind you. Okay, so you guys continue moving. You're still following this. You're on the left now of the poop channel.
Who is anyone among us really hurt? I saw a couple of you take some hits. I think.
I mean,
Okay.
like maybe emotionally, I'm a little hurt, but physically, I mean, that was pretty cool. I'm good.
Yeah, I actually thought that was, I don't know, it was nice, kind of being in control of our,
Yeah, it was nice
of our
murdering.
destinies.
It was really cool.
Yeah, you guys
but,
will do very well in the future. Very proud of what I've seen.
Thanks, little dude.
Apo, Apo, Apo.
Arpo.
Do you need healed at all?
Nope. My gold dragon strength allowed me to dodge the rat.
Okay, all right. That was very impressive from what I had seen. So, okay, let's get out of this place.
So you guys keep continuing up this pathway, and it sort of opens up into a sort of circular-ish room. Not a huge room, but into a circular room. The channel still runs through it, sort of curves around and goes out another side. Who's in front again? Derek. Derek, I would like you to please make a Dex saving throw.
That is a 21.
Jesus.
Maybe Derek really is just a gold dragon.
That's what's gonna happen at the end. Like the form that he takes is just as a kobold, but he's actually a dragon. My fucking mind will be blown.
So right as Derek, right as you see the kobold cross into the threshold of this, oh shit, I just lost the camera for some reason. Cross into the threshold of this round room. You look down and notice that your foot is suddenly surrounded by rope. And just as the snare closes and snaps up, you're able to jerk back. And you don't get caught by it. And as this snare activates, and I promise I had this planned before I knew Derek was going to be a kobold. 4 kobolds come charging out.
No shit.
That's fucking
hitting
great.
crevices in this round room. I had this entire planned already, I swear to God.
Well, this is awesome. It's like the Spider-Man.
And now, because you already chose such a shitty fucking voice, I have to talk like you. These 4 kobolds come out of these various little, hide behind rubble and rocks and cracks in the wall. And they see you guys. And the one goes, I don't even know if I can talk like you.
I don't think I can even replicate it myself if I did it like tomorrow.
And the one says, they got through our trap. And the other one, taking a closer look at you, goes, wait a minute. You're us.
Yeah, hey, don't worry. We're all friends. We're just trying to escape.
Escape? Why would you ever want to leave? This place is great. There's rats to eat everywhere.
Oh, I know. I just had some earlier. There's one back there if you want to eat it. It's on right past the bridge. But I'm just trying to go back to my own cavern.
Oh. Well, if you're giving us a rat, I guess that's fair. About, we won't eat you.
Oh, great. Well,
See ya.
do you mind if we all just go past then?
Yeah, go ahead.
We should probably also find out if there is any more traps along the way, or if these wonderful men of your kin would like to lead us to the closest exit.
It could be more people for your army.
That's not a bad idea. Hey, you folks, would you like to be part of my soldier group?
Soldier group?
I'm gonna tap the Arpo and I'm gonna cast guidance.
What colors are these other kobolds, by the way?
Various shades of brown.
So, see, if you look at the color of your scales compared to mine, I am very bright, gold. I am going to be a magnificent dragon once I reach adulthood. Once I become a great dragon, I will have control of everything, and you, my soldiers, can partake.
I just thought that was really funny. I will have control of everything.
Just think about it.
Roll me up persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't forget your D4.
I will have control of everything. That's the line that really pushed it over the edge.
Can I?
Advantage?
Can I? Can I assist in that role? Well, I was going to use my forceful presence, but I don't know if I could, if it would help with him at all. Because all it does is when I make a charisma, intimidation, or persuasion check, you do so with advantage.
Probably
but I don't
wouldn't
know
work
if
for
like if me just posting up, I'm a fucking bronze dragonborn. I'm basically them, but bigger and prettier.
I mean, you can post up if you want to. It seems like Derek's got it pretty under control.
But if he's got it, I'm not going to waste my forceful presence. But I'm going to keep that one since I burnt my fucking breath.
So that is
I'm salty as shit about that.
That's a 24.
So upon hearing this, the 4 kobolds all look at each other. They huddle in a group. You hear them sort of muttering. After about maybe 5 or 6 minutes of seemingly animated discussion and debate, the kobolds come back to you guys. They say, the one who seems to do most of the talking, seems to be sort of in charge of this ragtag group of 4, says, "We accept on one condition, 1 rat for the 4 of us every day. That's part of our rations."
Like 1 giant rat between the 4, or 1 small rat for each person?
1 small rat between the 4.
Either of these terms is acceptable.
1 small rat between the 4 of them.
That's it.
That one is unacceptable.
Yeah, I think I can help you with that. Do you mind the sky rats?
They go back and they discuss for 5 more minutes.
Oh shit.
As they're discussing, I want to get Emir's attention. I can't see anything. Oh wait, no, we have a fire now. That's right.
You have a torch. You can,
Yeah,
right.
Fuck yeah. Maybe we should go back and grab a couple while they're talking.
Yeah, man, we can do that.
All right, we're gonna break off just to gather up a bunch of fried rats.
It's okay. So you guys go back while they're discussing. You come back with the rats, and as you come into this circular room, you see them all sort of sniffing. Their noses perk up a bit, and they turn around and look. And when they fully see the rats and smell the rats, they turn around and also say, "We also accept sky rats."
Wonderful. Thank you, my 2 loyal soldiers.
Nodding at...
Ugh, I just drop them on the ground.
So here is your first day's supply. If you don't mind leading us
Thank you,
out
sir.
and avoiding any traps.
Roger.
Roger.
Well,
Yes, sir. Captain Arpo, sir.
Captain Arpo, I like that name.
Okay, I guess so they're going to lead us out then.
Yep, sounds like we can exit from here.
So out of this circular room, we'll have 2 of these kobolds in front, 2 in the back, sort of flanking you guys as you're moving through. Occasionally, the kobolds in front will jump over certain rocks or take very large steps over ropes, which you guys can also do. And you notice that gradually you're entering somewhat of a very gentle incline as you're moving up. And sort of, especially out with the torch, but very far off not very far off in the distance, maybe about 40 to 50 feet away, at the end of this incline, you see another grate. And from the grate, you can see what looks like moonlight sort of streaming through the bars.
I'm staring up into the moon, and I'm offering a prayer. To Moon Maiden, she who guides, thank you for bringing us here. Thank you for keeping us safe. We are here because of you.
How high up is the grate?
Grate is, again, there's maybe a 10-foot ladder that goes up to it.
Yeah, I'd like to climb up the ladder and maybe see, is the grate as heavy as the other one?
Well, as you guys get I said it was about 40 feet away. As you guys get 20 feet away from this grate up this incline, I would like everyone to roll initiative one more time, please.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
No, 5.
22.
That's a 12 for me.
I got 7.
12. And since you guys didn't see this, I'm going to give you all the surprise condition. You guys are mostly focused on getting out. You don't notice what's dripping down from the ceiling, sort of in between you. So it's sort of cutting your group in half. Stat block up real quick. But with a heavy thud, and you guys all turn and see what would be the two kobolds, Derek and Andrew, turn around back to see, whereas Ty, Jesse, and the two kobolds behind can see it as it's falling. You see this yellowish ooze sort of thud down right in between your sort of party, your group. Sort of like a giant dark yellow amoeba. It has this sort of thick, porous, golden sludge as it's slowly towards you.
Yeah.
We are in initiative. You guys are all surprised, though. So as it falls, with Ty being basically directly in front of it, faster than you would expect with how slow it moves, it's going to sort of lash out at you with this sort of pseudo arm. And that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Whoops.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I keep switching.
I even had an idea, like, to try to save Ty. And I'm sorry, buddy.
So that's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's it, right?
Well, plus 1 point of
That's
acid.
all?
1 point of acid damage.
Okay. Ooh.
I am
Are you okay?
dead.
Are you okay?
I have 1.
Oh, fuck me dead.
Holy shit.
Ty, you're up.
Oh,
Can I move away?
You would get an attack of opportunity unless you use your disengage action.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor. Touch myself. And yeah, I'm just kind of doing that.
Okay. So after taking this heavy thud right to the chest, you'll see the high elf sort of bring his hand down across his body, and there's this sort of shimmering blue energy sort of surrounding him. And now it is Jesse's turn.
all right. Well, I'm going to do what I do best and firebolt.
Okay.
Firebolt. Lightning.
Lightning ball. Lightning ball.
Dirty 20 again.
Hits.
That is 1 point of fire damage.
1 point of fire damage. Okay. Derek, you're up.
I am going to point at the slime creature,
Kobold soldiers, attack.
and then I am going to get on my knees
please don't hurt me. Please leave me alone.
And I'm using grovel, cower, and beg. I can cower to distract foes. Until the end of my next turn, allies gain advantage on attacks against enemies within 10 feet of me.
That is fucking awesome.
Alrighty. I'm going to play the kobolds as a group because I'm too lazy to do 4 different initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
So the 4 kobolds are all going to pull out slings with rocks and loose their rocks at this yellowish ooze. Which is going to be misses, but they get advantage to hit, right?
Advantage on attacks against enemies. Yeah, every ally.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so with advantage, they do hit. And the sling is going to be 1d4. Now, 11 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced by half because it's resistant. Is going to be 6 points, which brings us to Andrew's turn.
So for his advantage that he afforded us, is that good for a round? How does that work?
Until the end of my next turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I hold my action, which is going to be Guiding Bolt, for the end of his next turn?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay, so you guys see Changeling hold out his hand, this shimmering, glittering green energy surrounding it as he's waiting for the right time to cast.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be holding my chess piece in both my hands, and with my movement speed, I'm going to get a little bit further back from this thing, just to create some distance. And then, yeah, holding that action.
Okay, so we're back at our jelly's turn. It's going to take another swing at Ty. This time it's going to be a 11.
He failed.
So again, Jelly swings out with its almost weird pseudo arm. Time you're ready, you duck underneath it. Swings by harmlessly, which means it is your turn.
With my fork in hand and my offhand, I'm going to create an ice knife. Throw it at him.
Alrighty.
That is a 19 to hit.
Hits. Is that not going to do damage to yourself, though?
Am I within 5 feet?
Yes.
I guess, am I considered a creature in front of it?
Yes.
I think yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
can I jump back and do it as I'm falling away?
You would definitely take an opportunity attack, I think.
Yeah.
To get far enough away, you'd have to move 5 feet back.
In that
So you
case,
could roll the dice on it missing you again because your AC is like assuming in the roof.
we'll
I
go
don't know
for
what
it.
your dex was, but
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going through it. So, opportunity attack.
Okay. 14.
He misses.
Okay, so yeah, again, you leap backwards as it slashes out at you, but you're just out of reach.
Did my ice knife hit then? It's a 19.
Oh yeah. Ice knife definitely hit.
So with the knife itself, it takes 8 points of damage and it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
What kind of damage is that?
To start with the knife itself, it's piercing, but depending upon if it fails here, then it'll be base damage, full damage.
Okay, I got a 7 for its dex.
Alright, so it takes 2d6 cold damage now. So it takes 11 points of damage total.
11 points. Sorry, what was the piercing damage? Because he's resistant to piercing, so that one's reduced by half.
So 8, so it'd be 4, so he takes 7 in total.
Okay, that brings us back to Jesse.
Firebolt. Pretty much all I can do. Another dirty 20 to hit. And that is 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay, so the firebolt shoots out of your hand. Doesn't seem like it does a ton of damage. It sort of hits it, and its body sort of ripples as it absorbs the firebolt. Okay, Derek, you're up.
Going to get up off my knees, stand up, and same as Branz.
Oh shit, I should have rolled to see if I got a natural 20 on that, since we had advantage. Never mind, go on. It is what it is.
Oh, you're good.
I fucked up.
Firebolt as well, and that's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
And that is 5 points of damage.
5 points. As the fireball hits the jelly this time, again, it almost seems like it absorbs the firebolt a bit. And for a brief moment, it almost looks like it melts before suddenly it reforms into 2 slightly smaller jellies. So what before was a large ooze is now 2 medium oozes.
DM, what I meant to... my thought was Derek and his pack. Like, let them do their stuff first, and then I was gonna use my held action immediately before my turn comes around.
Okay, so I'll have the pack go first then. Which they completely miss. So seeing this one ooze suddenly become 2 oozes threw them into a panic. They're freaking out a bit. Half their stones don't go anywhere near it from the slings. Which brings us to your turn, Andrew. If you want to do your first.
Yeah, clutching my chess piece, I'm going to take on the form of my goddess, or at least how I imagine she looks, because I've never seen her before. And you just feel like this beautiful woman with long hair, the color of moonbeams, and just like this look of knowing in her eyes. And I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. That is a 23.
Hits.
That is 16 points of damage.
What kind of damage is that?
Fucked.
That is radiant, I believe.
Radiant. Alrighty. I'm glad you did that. This guiding bolt smashes into the ooze, the now medium ooze, with such force, it sort of blows the ooze apart. And where once you had 2 medium oozes, you now have 1 medium ooze, you now have 2 small oozes.
And it's my turn now, right? Like my actual turn?
Yes.
So my lady's facade is disappearing, but as it is doing so, I am going to cast Toll the Dead at the other medium one, and it needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Well, this ooze is dumb as shit, so let's see how it goes. 0.
Okay. It was...
Roll 2
it would have
minus
been
2.
6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. So again, you guys hear this bell toll out, and it sort of ripples the larger ooze, which does not split. You said 8 points, right?
6.
6 points, okay. Okay, that brings us to, I believe, the ooze's turn. Well, we got the one medium ooze. So the medium ooze is going to very, very slowly start climbing up onto the wall until it gets about 10 feet up. And from that 10 feet, it's going to take a swing at Ty again, because it's the only thing it can reach from there.
Didn't I jump away?
Oh, that's true. Oh, yeah, shit. It can't reach anything, because now it's just on the wall.
Yeah, fuck
So
you.
it's just going to stay on the wall. And that'll be its turn, because it can only move 10 feet.
Ugh.
And you guys would see the smaller oozes that came out of the one that I hit are like glowing, because my guiding bolt would give advantage on the next attack against them.
Yes, you will have advantage on them. That hit both the small ones. So one of the small oozes is going to do sort of the same thing. So it's going to move about 10 feet up the wall. And it's going to take a swing at Andrew, which is going to be a 20 to hit.
Nah. Yeah, that hits me.
Not a natural 20, but a 20 nonetheless. And you are going to take... Oh, sorry about this one.
Oh, no.
You are going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of acid damage.
No shit.
How many points is that total? Just want to make sure that I'm
13. 13 total.
I think I'm dead.
How much
If I
health do you
take
have?
double, I have 6 HP, but if I take double what my HP value is, I think that kills me outright. Or I might just fail my death saving throws. I'm not sure.
No.
I'll look into it.
That's only if I think you're already down. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. You might just be dead.
Regardless, I am unconscious.
Yeah, you're definitely unconscious then. Well, as you see him fall, the other one's going to slow way up to where the body is. It's going to take a swing at Derek. 5.
Oh, yeah, that hits. Damn it.
Wait, does 5 actually hit? Or is that a joke?
No, it's a 16.
Yeah, holy shit. I don't think you can get an AC that low.
Mm-mm.
I just lost my connection.
Oh, no.
Oh, there went Ian. Holy shit, that was wild. I just lost my connection. Boop. Oh, and Andrew.
That was so perfectly timed.
The rule with massive damage is you're killed if the remaining hit points after you go to 0 is equal to or exceeding your max hit points.
Right,
So,
my max hit point is 6. I took twice that.
But you took 12. You took 13. So you take 6 away from that hit point total, 13 or whatever.
There's 7.
That leaves 7. Oh,
I'm dead.
Oh,
Double. Yeah, you're dead.
You're dead. Fuck.
That's okay. We know Revivify. One of you guys knows. Oh shit, I'm the cleric.
You're dead.
I am dead.
You're dead. Holy shit. Well, there goes that idea.
So that's what happens when you take your God's image in vain.
Yeah. You just die.
Turn anyone into an atheist, won't it?
God damn it. So
that's why one-shots are good. It helps me learn what's too strong for 4 level 1 characters.
holy fuck.
Anyway, Ty, it's your turn.
So to put this in perspective, a bunch of children just watched a child get fucking slapped to death.
Basically melted into a puddle.
You guys should all run. You should all run. Go. Get out of there.
Half of them are cut off.
We should have run from the beginning.
Yeah.
To prepare my sword burst, or if they come within 5 feet of me.
Okay. So any ooze that moves within 5 feet is going to get a sword burst to the face.
Any ooze that moves.
Jesse, you're up.
So here's a question for you. How fast is the poo water moving? And in what direction?
It's moving back the way you came at a relatively brisk pace.
Okay.
It's not like a raging river, but it's moving pretty fast.
Second question. You said medium-sized ooze is on the wall.
Medium-sized ooze, yeah, is about feet up the wall.
Here's a question. If I created a bonfire on that wall... Actually, never mind. This makes more damage. I'm just going to fucking firebolt the medium ooze. 17.
It's
That is 6 points of damage.
okay. Firebolt smashes into the ooze. Again, it kind of gets absorbed. But weirdly, this ooze, it's sort of glowing orange. And this orange glow flares up, and the ooze melts into a puddle. Doesn't get
One
that
down.
It does not turn into two little oozes?
Nope. You did too much damage.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You killed it outright, so it doesn't come back. Then that is Derek's turn.
So just 2 small oozes now?
2 small oozes left, yeah.
All right. Yeah, firebolt against whatever one is closest to me.
Okay, there's one directly in front of you.
23 to hit.
That hits. Their AC is ridiculously low.
But they're
Shit.
fucking tanks.
Damn, it's only
Yeah, they're
2,
tanky boys.
only 2 points of damage though.
Okay, fireball hits it, sort of, same sort of ripply, weird, undulating effect. But it does do damage. The one you just firebolted, you're going to see them all start slinging it. And they do get advantage on that because you're next to it. Which did help, actually. Okay. They do actually kill it.
Nice.
So in unison, you see these 4 kind of chunks of brick from the sewer walls fly towards this ooze and hit it from, a few different directions. And the ooze also slowly collapses into a puddle. The ooze on the wall gets to go now. It's going to take a swing at Derek.
Do it. Try me.
Don't do it.
Bitch.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Leave him alone.
Poor little boy alone.
Come at me.
You're so fucking lucky. Natural 1. And it would be Andrew's turn, but it's not. It's back to tie.
So fucking
How
traumatic.
close is the one? Activate the sword burst. Move towards him.
You could move and use your action to do it.
Yep.
You wouldn't be able to use your held action, I don't think.
No. Yeah, for my turn, I want to go and activate sword burst.
Yeah, sure.
He has to make a dexterity saving throw of 13.
Okay. 11.
It took 6 points of force damage.
6 points of force damage. What does that spell look like again? This looks like flying daggers.
A circle of spectral blades that sweep around you.
So spectral forks.
Spectral forks.
Got it. Spectral forks. So,
That sounds like a great name for a
as you
band.
walk up, spectral forks start spinning around you faster and faster like a fork chainsaw as you sort of get close to this ooze, and just chunks of it start flying everywhere as you shred it to pieces. And it's dead. It's just...
So everything is dead now. I'm gonna
All
run
the
up
users
to
are
the. I'm gonna run over to the puddle that was once our friend. Oh no!
It's not. He's not completely melted. His body's still there. He just has some acid burns.
Oh,
It's kinda like
and you guys would
puddle of blood
see
and gum.
that I don't look like a halfling anymore. I don't look like any being you probably have ever seen. You've seen me briefly with the white hair and like the white muted eyes and the white skin. But yeah, my eyes normally would look dead anyway, but they look very glazed over.
what do you think? Should we leave him here or take him with us? I mean,
Oh man,
I don't know if we can do anything for him.
we gotta give him a proper burial, man. Like, can't leave him down here with all the shit water, poo water.
He was
No, it's just
he was my greatest fighter. If my other kobolds, could you take him above the sewer and bury him?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Thank you.
And the 4 kobolds. I mean, they're quite small, but they're able to sort of, with the 4 of them, make a moving sort of leader to carry the body. You do see them struggling a bit, trying to push the grate off and lift up this body that's 3 times as big as they are. But they do manage to get the body out.
I was to say they're going to drop the body as they get like halfway up.
Maybe I should have made them roll for it, but no, they get it out.
At some point, I would drop my chest piece.
I would like to pick it up and put it in. Do I have anything that resembles a pocket in these clothes?
Not the shitty cloth clothes, but I mean, you have your robe with you. If your robe has pockets, you could stick it in there.
Okay, I will put it in. Actually, no, I don't. I left my sack of clothing at the prison.
No pockets, unfortunately.
No pockets. Okay, so I will just hold it for now.
It's a white
And
pawn.
walking. How
Well, you guys can,
How
if you all
fancy.
want to, you guys do this. Great. You can climb out, and it's a grate that just lies basically right outside the city walls of Hadria. You're outside the city. Far off, you see forests, there's fields. Well, there's forests past the fields, but there's farmland around you, different farms, but you're no longer in the city.
Come, my friends. We must run. We must put this city very far behind us. I think if we have any chance of living peaceful lives, we will have to leave the Empire altogether.
Kobolds, I hate to leave you here, but if you could please find a hill, something where the moon is shining upon it, and bury the body there.
We'll do our best, sir.
We should probably get out of here, guys. Like, it's time.
Branz, you know where we're going?
First, we should put as much space between us and this city as we can. I don't have a map in front of me, but we will be able to find our way.
Okay, and so 3 of you can make your way across these fields into the forests that are near the plains of Hadria as the city slowly disappears from view. A full moon casts its pale light onto the bedraggled forms of 4 small creatures, carrying the limp form of another, as they struggle through a narrow opening from below, and began to move through the farms and fields towards the nearby forest. Moments later, 3 more follow. Taking a few moments of respite against the massive walls of Hadria, these 3 are nothing but minuscule, filthy black specks, pressed up against the gleaming white walls which seem to project infinitely into the sky. But they are free, and they begin to slowly follow the others towards the forest. The 4 sewer-dwelling kobolds had lain the body of Wilos in a glade of gum trees upon a small hill, where soft beams of moonlight filtered through the leaves and began digging. As Branz, Emir, and Arpo entered the glade, they worked in shifts to assist the kobolds in their task. Wilos was placed in the hole, clasping the white pawn that had given them comfort through their darkest moments. The kobolds asked them to please wait a few moments longer. Working quickly, the 4 kobolds presented the other 3 a token, a roughly made, but somehow also delicately created replica of the very same chess piece that was clasped in Wilos' hands, carved from the white bark of the gum trees. As Branz, Emir, and Arpo held their tokens, the moon itself seemed a little brighter. The kobolds moved back towards Hadria, while the other 3, lingering but for a brief moment, moved further away from the city, the moon lighting their path. Over the years, the war between the Empire and the others ebbed and flowed, and forests were raised for materials to aid in the war effort. Though gum trees are prized for their strong wood, one small glade on a hill was never found, never defiled by those seeking only to destroy. And although the gum trees grew taller and stronger, their leaves never prevented the moon from shining down onto the spot where Wilos was buried. Emir was the first to leave the group. Always a roamer, he was always more comfortable on the road. Having no home to return to, he went where the wind took him, never staying in one place for too long. So, Emir drifted for several years. He traveled far and wide, through the vast deserts of the east, the mysterious forests of the north, but for some reason or another, he always found himself returning to Eminium territory. One night, near the lake of Espare, walking along the farms, Emir heard the sounds of a crying woman, witnessed a child being pulled from the arms of a helpless father and forced into the back of a covered wagon that looked so familiar to him. Emir noticed a faint glow coming from his pack. Reaching inside, he pulled out a worn, wooden chess piece, awash with a white light. Perhaps Emir had a purpose in this world after all, as he silently moved towards the covered wagon. Branz, first traveling with Arpo, made his way back to his parents. Shocked to see him, and more shocked to see him traveling with a kobold, they fearfully turned him away. They would not risk the wrath of the Empire and feared retaliation against them in their business. Not leaving empty-handed, his parents gave him a tidy sum of gold, but in the end, they had to turn their backs to him. Not knowing what to do with himself, Branz turned to studying. Not only his own powers, but the powerful enchanted objects that existed in this world. With the small sum of gold given by his parents, as well as the business connections he had made in Setsorma through their business, he decided to branch into a somewhat untapped market, Eminium. He was already a fugitive there, so there wasn't much more risk to add. With his knowledge and connections, he quickly established himself in the underground market as an enchanter and purveyor of magical services, working closely with several thieves' guilds as their foremost expert in identifying magical objects. Arpo followed Branz to his parents, and followed him still when they were turned away. Though he desired nothing but to be accepted, he couldn't help but notice the way that people looked at him as they moved from place to place. Shock, disgust, mistrust. Eventually Arpo knew it was time for him to take his leave. Knowing that he'd return someday as a bronze dragon, and then these pathetic creatures would admire him. Not knowing anywhere else to go, Arpo returned to the sewers of Hadria, greeted by a victorious welcome as if returning from some great battle by his 4 kobold soldiers. As the war waged by the Empire continued, more and more kobolds made their way to the sewers of Hadria, forced out of the mines where they had previously made their homes. Each kobold who made their way to the sewers became part of Supreme Commander Arpo's army. Arpo dearly missed the friends he had made, and gazing at the white chess piece in his hand, he knew that he would do his best to make sure nothing bad would ever happen to him. Ever again. A tinkling bell can be heard from above the workshop, betraying the entrance of a customer into the shop. A few words, too muffled to be made out, followed by descending footsteps and a knock on the workshop door as it opened inward. "Someone here to see you, sir." A bronze-skinned dragonborn peered up from his work, gazing at his halfling assistant.
Let them in, Tarmin.
Stepping out of the shadows behind Tarmin, the dragonborn held in his gaze a human. Long brown hair, around the age of 30 or 35, he estimated. The human swaggered into the workshop with an air of confidence, and in a charming southern drawl said, "Well, little birdie told me you might be able to help me find someone." In his hands, he held a familiar-looking wooden chess piece. The dragonborn's eyes widened in shock as he saw the face of a familiar kobold peering worriedly around the man's legs.